Massive liquidations just happened right now for crypto, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum, because everyone was expecting for this movement to keep going. And the movement that I'm talking about is that on Wednesday, Bitcoin beat the all-time high. So new all-time highs for Bitcoin of $124,000, a little bit more, and Ethereum 4,700. So everyone thought this is going to keep going up indefinitely. But now the market has corrected. Are you going to lose any money? Let's talk about it in today's video. So as I said, huge liquidations. We're actually going to start by the liquidations themselves. So we're going to take a look right here, right now. So look at this. Ethereum had way more liquidations than Bitcoin. Overall, $1 billion lost, and 74% out of these were long positions. Look at that. 74.53% were long positions liquidated. Everyone thought that Bitcoin was going to keep going. 24, 127, 128, and this was going to be it all the way to the 160, 165. But actually, no. Look at what happened. Look at this chart right here. Let me actually zoom in a little bit more. So look at this huge candle all the way from the 121 all the way, bam, to 117 to 55. And things are looking, I don't know if they're already fixed, but for example, we went all the way to 124, 300. And now we're looking like we could hit this next target right here of 117, 252. This is just for Bitcoin itself. So let's actually take a look here at Bitcoin. So not good. This doesn't look good at all. Now you're looking at Bitcoin that a few hours ago was just at 124, so $124,000, and then it crashed all the way to this moving average. Remember 2 videos ago maybe when I said if it's gonna go down, it's gonna look for that moving average. So it actually did. It looked for the moving average in the 1 hour and in the 4 hour charts, and specifically around where I said, which was the $117,000. It did that specifically. So now what? Is that going to be just a flush? Is that going to keep going down? If we look to the daily, look, the daily shows us that we went up a lot. So if we start from the bottom of this green candle right here, this first green candle, let me actually zoom in a little bit more. So from the bottom of this green candle, bam, we went up 10% in 10 days. So an average of 1% daily. Of course, we were overexposed. Look at this. We were above the Bollinger Bands. You can see this green line right here. We were outside. We closed outside the Bollinger Bands, and that usually takes a little bit of a price. We close and we tend to go back towards the inside of the Bollinger Band. And we actually did. We're looking at the middle right here, this yellow line, this moving average. We're looking right at it. We're settling at it right now. I don't think we're going to keep falling tomorrow. Actually, when this video comes out, it's going to be on Friday. I'm recording this on a Thursday. I don't believe it's going to keep falling. Maybe we're going to have another red candle, but it's not going to be as extensive as this one. Maybe it's just going to be like this, maybe, you know, this one and this one right here. I don't think we're going to see another day of, huge fall like this. Maybe, I don't know, again, not financial advice, anything like that. But right now, looking at the 4 hour charts and the 1 hour charts, if you keep looking at this and you see it flipping it back, so flipping it towards the inside of the Bollinger Bands could be a good long opportunity. So if you want to get in on Bitcoin right now, maybe this could be it. Maybe this is the time to go long and wait for maybe 123, maybe 124. If you're leveraged and you are looking for 121, that's already 2.93%. That if you're leveraged that 10 times, that is 29%. If it is 100 times, that is 200%, so on and so forth. And if you're using options, what I advise you to do is to get an expiration maybe September, because right now we're August, maybe get an expiration in September, and you buy an at the money or in the money call. So don't buy out of the money for this. They're cheaper, but they take much more volatility and huge movement price for it to be profitable. So doesn't make sense. If you want to be safer, it's better to spend a little bit more and actually buy an at the money or in the money call for this if you are trying to go along with this. Ethereum is also a little bit weird. If we look right here, we were at 4,800, so 4,790 right here just a few hours ago, and we went back all the way to the 4,455. Now, we're still trading above that, and you can guess where I'm going with this right here. There's actually another thing to say, but looking at this, we see that most likely we're going to be falling a little bit more. But as I explained before, this orange line is the strike for the put that I sold, either from a spread or just for a single put. It doesn't matter. I always mark this the same way. So what is the issue here? The issue is that when I sold, Ethereum was right here at 46.90 more or less, and now it went down all the way to the 44.50. So a little bit scared, but what could happen is that it goes down. Let me actually draw that for you. It goes down in the next candle or so, but I want it to close above this line. As long as it doesn't go down by a lot, but it just goes down, it doesn't matter. If it closes above, even by a tiny percentage before expiration, I am good to go with this. So scary. I should have waited a little bit. It happened 10 minutes after I sold. So I sold the position. 10 minutes later, the market was crashing. I think you can see that here. Let me actually see the 30. You can actually see right here, exactly on this candle. The candle after was that huge explosion downwards. So not the best for me, but I also opened another one. So when I saw this huge movement, I saw an opportunity to get in on another one on the biggest account that I have. So here is the biggest account that I have. If we scroll down, we see that we have the Leap, the Ethereum Leap right here. This one now is at 138%. So worst case scenario, even if I have to lose some money here, I'm still very, very profitable. $1,300 here in my pocket in case I close position right now, which I'm not going to do. And here we have the spread. So you can see I sold 42.75. I bought a 4,050. So now let's actually plug this number here on the charts, and you can see that this one here that I'm doing is safe. So we can go back to here, and I'm going to grab my line, and we're going to go 42.75. Bam. So I click here and I go 42.75, 42.75. Bam. Let me save this so I don't lose it. So this one is on a smaller account that I'm doing, very risky, but this one I'm trying to grow that very, very fast. The one below is the one I just showed you, the spread that I just showed you. And currently we are 7% away from it. So this one, I think we're safe. I don't think we're going to get to this strike this time. Maybe Ethereum will fall a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to keep falling in the hourly charts all the way to this price. So I think this is safe. But the orange one, this one I'm a little bit scared about. But yeah, I'll tell you if I lose. If I make money, I'll tell you. I'll let you guys know here in the next video. So even though we had this huge movement, not much volatility happened. So volatility is still stuck here at the 69.70, which is better than if it was a few days ago in the 60 and the 59s. But still, I would like to see 80, maybe 100% volatility like we saw in the last summer. Again, I don't think we're going to see that, but very, very good to keep an eye on this, because if you're able to sell options here right at the top at 72 IV, that is very, very good for you. Super juicy premiums to collect. Before we end the video, last but not least, the copy trading has been profitable. So if you go right here, 2.34%, 0.35 the past 24 hours. So we're getting there. Most likely we're going to beat March. If we keep doing 1 or 2 trades every week until the end of the month, I think we're going to beat that. Maybe we can even get maybe towards the 4%, who knows? But for sure, hopefully March we're able to beat it. I think this sums up the whole video. Again, if you want to trade with us, if you want to be part of the copy trading, meaning passive income, you're just going to deposit there and enjoy. It is the first link in the description. Also the QR code that you can scan. It's going to take you to the topics. You register, no KYC needed. You can deposit today and start earning with the topics. Or if you want to trade it by yourself, just again, scan the QR code or the link in the description, deposit, you can start trading by yourself. You don't need to rely on us for the copy trading. With this, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday for another video. In the meantime, take care. Peace.